Project Restoration, Jeremiah 23 and his. So, again, about the principles of the law of unity, uh, shoot, collective groups could buy land and they could, matter of fact, we all be out of Egypt quicker because the church paid for. I've seen my pastor in Alabama earn a deed to the church. When I got back in debt, something happened. But the other pastor, he got back in debt. But we burnt it, and it wasn't the pastor's fault. The pastor did burn that deed. So if you own land, you not only burn the deed, you can have the pastor staying on land, you can have the members staying on land, you can take the other parcels and turn them into commercial leasing, ground leasing 50 years, 100 years, something like that. Thinking on that level, because again, as inflation increases and property values go up and scarcity becomes more of a law, because supply and demand, automatic price increases. Therefore, buying houses that are worth 300 may be 600, but that's inflated. And other believers that are trying to buy homes, they're getting done, So to deliver them from all that foolishness would be master plan buying, if possible. It's not too late, and you can build from there. A good example of such town would be, except for the example as far as a church owning land, would be like Rock Church here in Sacramento. You can Google it, The Rock or something like that. They own property, they own land, and the business is commercial lease from them. See, that's a good position to be in here, not to tell. It's just things that's floating around, in my mind, as far as dealing with finances, collective groups, religious groups, and more importantly, the body of Christ. That would be the target. Thinking like that as leaders. Because it's your brother, the one that be left behind, man, under Pharaoh's hand, with these leases skyrocketing over the next 5 years. Your elderly and everyone could suffer if you don't have a plan. Now, it can get real tough. You say God was Jehovah Jireh, sure, through the collective group. That's how you get a building. And multiplication. $1 times 100 people. And if you do that on tithe level, logic tells me the money multiplies. There's no magic tricks. That is how it works. And what's good for the goose is good for the gambler. So after you buy land, church paid off, pastor house, congregation houses. Y'all think like that, man. Our next generation, before it's already a little bit too late. Some of your poor brethren are under the hand of Pharaoh being thrown out now, and they're the working poor. And so you either take a consideration of leadership that, like Nehemiah and others that rebuild it, seriously, or we don't take it seriously. We don't have to take it seriously. We can just have a good time and have our own stuff as individuals here in America and celebrate that. It's the norm. That's the norm. But when the Chinese come to buy up land, they come with cash because of collective force. Me being in real estate 20 years, I can tell you firsthand, especially in Vegas. Oh, that was back when the drop happened. They wait right till we crash, and they buy land. They want land. So, if an invasion from overseas can happen and swoop up lots of land, Google it, then you can best believe God would tell a leader that even want to even pose as a Moses, brother, go get some land, because that's where I'm leading you, to the promised land. But we going to make the promise that we going to keep this one. We are brothers keepers. Brothers Keepers, Project Restoration, Jeremiah 23 and Hoods. This is a marathon, the collective force. That's why we run this marathon.